Welcome to the next lecture of Basics of Control System. In the last lecture, we have seen the rules for block diagram reduction, and in this, we are going to solve the examples on block diagram reduction technique. Hope you have learned and remembered all the rules. Let us recall the first. The first rule is gain of blocks connected in cascade gets multiplied with each other. Okay, so if there are two blocks having gain G1 and G2 and connected in cascade, then overall gain becomes G1 into G2. Second rule is gain of blocks connected in parallel gets added algebraically. So when the blocks are connected in parallel, their gains are G1 plus G2. The third rule is about eliminating the feedback loop. So if there is feedback loop along with the gain loop, then its equivalent becomes G divided by 1 plus minus G into H, where G is gain, H is feedback gain. Rule 4, associative law for summing points, that is the order of summing points can be changed if two or more summing points are in series. The fifth rule is about shifting of summing point before the block. When we shift the summing point before the block, we have to add gain to it, so that is 1 upon G. Next is shifting the summing point after the block. So when we shift the summing point after the block, the gain becomes G. Okay, the extra gain added to it is G. Then seventh rule is shift the takeoff point before the block, and eighth rule is shift the takeoff point after the block. So based on these rules, using these rules, we are going to solve the examples. Okay, draw the diagram so that you will get how to calculate or how to use the block diagram reduction. Again, rule 2 we can apply because G4, G3 and G5 are in parallel. You can observe from the diagram, and its equivalent will be G3 plus G4 plus G5, like this. So I have highlighted this in the diagram. So you can add G4, G3 and G5 as they are in parallel. So here we apply the second rule. Then it becomes like this. Okay, now G2 and this G3 plus G4 plus G5 are in series, okay, as shown in the highlighted block. So now you can apply the rule 1, blocks in series. So when the blocks are in series, we multiply the gain. So the G2 will be multiplied with G3 plus G4 plus G5. Okay, now see the highlighted portion. Okay, now we can eliminate the feedback loop. That is, we have to apply the rule 3. So after applying the rule 3, the diagram will become like this: G1 divided by 1 plus G1 H1. The second block that we have already eliminated, compacted, is G2 into G3 plus G4 plus G5. Now see, the two blocks are in series. Now we have to apply the rule for series, that is multiply the gain. So it becomes G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 divided by 1 plus G1 H1. Now you can observe the feedback loop H2. Now we have to eliminate the feedback loop applying the rule 3. See, you have to consider instead of G the whole block, that is G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 divided by 1 plus G1 H1, and then apply the rule 3, that is elimination of feedback loop. So here it is. Okay, so G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G1 G2 H2 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. Now the remaining block G6 is in series. Now we have to apply the rule for the series, that is we have to multiply the gains of two blocks. So here G6 is multiplied with this, so the overall result is G1 G2 G6 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5 divided by 1 plus G1 H1 plus G1 G2 H2 into bracket G3 plus G4 plus G5. So then this is nothing but the transfer function, that is CS divided by RS, and it is represented like this. Okay, so let us go to example number 2. Solve the example number 1 again on the book so that you will get the steps. Then the next is second example. Now observe which can be eliminated first. Recall the rules. See, apply rule 1 for the blocks in series, that is for G1 and G2. You can multiply them according to the rule 1. So it becomes G1 into G2. Now see the next blocks G4 and G3. They are in parallel. So they will get added. Okay, G3 plus G4. Now apply the rule 3, that is elimination of feedback loop for H1. Okay, therefore it becomes G1 G2 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1, and in the last step we have calculated G3 plus G4. Now the blocks are in series, so multiplication of gains. So it will become like this: G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1, and H2 is the feedback. So applying rule 3, now we will eliminate the feedback loop. So this will become G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 minus G1 G2 G3 H2 minus G1 G2 G4 H2. So this is the overall transfer function for the given block diagram. So it can be represented as CS divided by RS. So that is the standard way to represent the transfer function. CS divided by RS is equal to G1 G2 into bracket G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 minus G1 G2 G3 H2 minus G1 G2 G4 H2. See, these examples are very simple once you remember the rules. Okay, and the next thing that is important is we have to calculate it using the pen and paper. So go through both examples step by step, recall the rules, solve at least 2 times so that you will get this. So for more practice, here are some examples. They are also simple examples based on, you can see, the parallel loop, then feedback loop. Okay, so here is hint for this example number 4. So you can eliminate the feedback loop first and then go further.